Vamos a ver el ama de Fnatic.
Formula himself. How's
Vale.
it going?
Este es creo que es el community manager y demás. Y este es Dardo, que es el jefecillo. Vamos a pasar principalmente a los jugadores, porque dicen cosas más interesantes y no sé lo que comentará Dardo, ¿vale?
Start off officially with a couple of questions. My first one for you guys is let's start with you, Razork. What does it mean for you to join Fnatic this year or end of this year?
Bueno,
Next
¿qué
year?
significa para ti unirte a
For
Fnatic?
me, it's like the beginning of a new era in my career as a player, because like when I joined the LEC, I was like people were saying that I didn't have the level to be in the league,
Es
and
verdad, la
then I
gente decía que
proved
no tenía
myself
nivel.
that I deserve to be here, and
Gracias,
I'm a
Nubio.
good player. And I tried my best to go to Worlds, we failed, and now joining Fnatic for me it
Que han
means
intentado lo
that,
mejor para ir al mundial pero han fallado.
I make a step forward
Y que le ha dado un
to
paso hacia adelante.
actually like keep winning everything, because my goal in like as a player was to go to
Su
Worlds,
objetivo es ganarlo
because I never
todo
went to Worlds.
y estando en Fnatic da un
So
paso hacia esa
that's,
dirección.
What basically means to me that I will join such a big org as Fnatic with an insane roster that I'm really happy with, and I'm looking forward actually to go to Worlds and just
Y que quiero
prove
ir a
myself
Mundial.
that I deserve to be here.
Twitter user for Wunder. Which team is Wunder looking forward to play against the most, and why is it G2?
¿Cuál es el equipo contra el que más te quieres enfrentar y por qué es G2?
I mean, one of the big. I mean, there's like two big reasons that staying in Europe was, was at least a better option for me personally. Was, well, if I can win Europe, and I know a lot of people in Europe, it's of course a good thing to stay here. But the other one is that, well, I really want to smash G2, and yeah, I mean, this is the team where I can do it. I don't think G2's team is looking that strong.
No creo que el
least,
equipo... Wunder dice, Wunder, voy a destrozar a G2, no está tan fuerte. Pum, en tu cara.
There's like a lot of things that they for sure will have
¿Qué
to work
G2
on,
eso?
and they will not like. It will surprise me at least if they come out as like the #1 team, at least like in spring. And I think, well, like I still, of course, I know Caps and Yankos, I know what they're capable of, but I still really want to beat them, and I think. It's always like internally, of course, internally we are like really good friends, but there will always be the memes that I mean, either they will spam Caps and Yankos was the reason that we were losing, or they will spam Wunder was the reason, you know, like there will always be like this kind of internal stuff that is really fun to joke about with your former teammates. So that's, I mean, a big part of why I want to beat G2, right?
Recordemos que Wunder y toda la gente de G2, incluido Grabs, estaban en una... Se fueron como una semana a descansar por ahí, a beber y demás.
And of course, like the other one is that, I mean, Fnatic and G2 has always been rivals, and I can't really speak to how that feels, because when I was on G2, I hadn't been on Fnatic, like Caps and Reckless, for example, so I know how they really wanted to beat Fnatic once they came to G2. Now I guess I'm in their position, just the opposite, so it's probably gonna hit me when I'm about to play G2 or I'm in the lobby with.
Que hay jugadores que estaban en Fnatic y que sabe Jankos y Caps cómo quieren vencer a Fnatic, y ahora que Wunder está en Fnatic sabe cómo ganar a
Them,
G2.
and I'm like talking shit, you know, as usual. Yeah, I mean, of course, they are the team I'm looking forward to play against the most.
¿Qué se quieren pegar?
The famous lobby banter. If only we could leak those.
True.
Razor, I want to throw the similar question at you. So, I mean, what team are you looking forward to the most to playing in the LEC next year? And
Intuyo que G2
what kind
también,
of teams
¿no?
do you think you guys should look out for? What teams are going to be the most difficult to beat in the season?
Mad Lions, por el Joya.
I think probably the expected is that the Vitality G2 us, and I think that's it, no? Maybe
No habla de Mad
I
Lions.
don't know other teams actually. I forgot. what are the other rosters? Like it's so hard to remember.
Pero hombre,
But I think these three are probably the ones that.
o sea, dice que
o
sea, Razork pone en el top 3 a
What
Fnatic,
about
G2
Misfits?
y a
You don't wanna
Vitality.
beat Misfits, or?
I wanna beat Misfits, but
Quiere
I
ganar a
think these
Misfits.
three are the big fishes, and then of course I want to beat Misfits. I want to face them, but I think I want to beat Mad Lions and G2 because I want to win Elioya, and I want to beat Flacket because they are Spanish and they are my bro.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Que quiere ganar a los otros dos porque
you
son
guys
españoles.
Have, the Spanish fans are actually crazy, by the way. Like, you guys have a huge following behind you, and
Sí.
it's good to get some of that Spanish action, not only in the academy team but in our roster as well. So really welcome to see that. All right, next question is from Vincent on Twitter for Wunder.
A ver qué dice Vincent.
Would you call this upcoming year a redemption arc for you? I mean, you mentioned
Si el año que viene va a ser el arco de redención para él.
For you. So are you hoping to obviously turn that around and do it with Fnatic?
I mean, I know that, of course, like both in public and I mean within G2. I mean, there's a reason that there was roster changes last year, right? That
hay un porqué de por qué han cambiado a los jugadores.
Was not at a 100% for either like both from the team-wise and also individual players.
Su performance no fue buena ni la suya ni la del equipo.
I think when it comes to like motivation and everything like this, it's never really been an issue. I think it's like very overplayed, at least like within the community, and a lot of
no ha sido un tema de motivación.
I guess, at least like given their input, I think when it comes to just a redemption arc, I mean now like anything but making worlds and anything but doing well at worlds is like a failure.
Todo lo que sea no jugar bien el mundial es un error.
I think maybe that's just me speaking. Like I've made it to worlds like in 2016, 2018, 2019, 2020, right? And
ha ido al mundial todos los años.
Only 2 years of my career, which was last year, and in that sense, you can say it's a redemption arc. I just think that, for me personally, I still believe that I can be the best, or I am the best.
No es tanto un arco de redención, solo que él ve que es el mejor que puede ser.
Right now, maybe in December, maybe not, but at least when it counts, so like at Worlds or in playoffs or during the season, if it matters, I think I can be the best player.
Que él puede ser el mejor jugador.
I'm still holding on to that, and that's also one of the reasons why I joined Fnatic, right?
Y ese es uno de los motivos por el que se unió a Fnatic.
I don't think it's my time to do that yet. I want to
que no es el momento de sacar pasta, sino de ser un buen jugador.
I believe can win, right? And yeah, I mean, in that sense, I guess it is my redemption arc this year, at least in the public for the community, right?
Yeah, I mean, the LEC casters and analysts are going to have a field day with all the narratives coming out for 2022. So it's going to be pretty insane to watch. Now, got another Reddit question for you, Wunder, from Sergeant2042. What was your first reaction when Fnatic wanted to get you? And how do you feel about playing with Yamato again? Because obviously you guys
¿Trabajaron con Yamato?
Competing together back in 2016, I believe, with Splice.
Ah, en Splice.
Yeah, 2016 and I believe at the start of 17 as well.
La pregunta es, ¿cuál fue tu reacción cuando supiste que Fnatic te quería y volver a trabajar con Yamato?
Yeah. I mean, my reaction when Fnatic wanted to get me, I mean, of course, there's like all the... Well, in the beginning of the off-season, I can't go into too much detail, of course, but there's like this thing, well, this rivalry between G2 and Fnatic, right? And I was like kind of skeptic because...
Sí. Al principio, dice que al principio cuando se enteró era como... Salió todo el rumor este de G2 y Perks y demás, y de toda la rivalidad y todos los problemas que había entre G2 y Fnatic, fue en plan, estoy jodido, no me voy a ningún sitio.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna get sold to Fnatic or how much they will have to pay for me, and if I can even like, my salary is just gonna like be my daily food, you know, after they have to pay a buyout for me. So I was in the beginning, I was just like entertaining the idea. Of course, they very quickly like became my number one priority when it comes to like teams that I would like to join. And yeah, I mean, then it just came down to well getting all the other stuff down, right? So it could actually become a reality. And well, I mean, playing with Yamato again.
Y eso, que era complicado, pero que se fue realidad, vaya.
And
pues eso.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see. Now, I mean, yeah, chat is saying I'm leaving Razork out of the conversation. I do have like a really like as soon as we announced this AMA and announced that you were gonna be on it, there was like one question that kept popping up and I didn't really understand why. Also in my DMs, people were like, you gotta ask him this.
¿Qué es esto?
So for every Spanish person out there, Razork, why do you hate poor people?
¿Cómo? ¿Eso qué es? ¿Eso qué es? ¿Algún meme con el canecro?
Okay, I mean, I need to tell this to people because they actually believe I hate poor people, and this meme, I don't know why, it's non-stop happening for 1 month.
Que dice que no para de pasar desde hace un mes. No odia a
I'm
los
just
pobres.
following the meme because you
Solo
know
si
how it
el
goes
meme.
with a meme. If you get offended by a meme, people will put it more. So I'm just following it, and hopefully it will stop
Que si ignoras un meme, la gente va a seguir poniéndolo.
eventually. But I don't hate poor people. It's just that Ibai was playing so much against us, and he was
Ibai estaba jugando el showmatch de Arcane, ¿no? El día de Arcane.
playing against me, and he was blaming everyone in our team, and he said that I hate people who
Ibai dijo que
earn
odiaba a la
less
gente
than
pobre.
5k euros per month. I don't know why people actually believe that. And all the time I put something, they are asking me why do I hate poor people. And if I can talk,
O sea, Ibai dijo que cuando estaba jugando en el showmatch dijo, ¿cómo se nota? Algo rollo, ¿cómo se nota que Razork odia a la gente que cobra menos de 5.000 euros al mes, ¿no?
earn less than 5k euros. I don't know. It's kind of funny, but some
Nos
people
está
actually
destrozando
believe that
porque...
it's true. So I don't know what to say, man. Like I really don't know.
There you heard it here first, guys. Razork does not hate poor people. He
Bueno.
actually
Bueno, esa es tu opinión. Esa es tu opinión. Evidentemente, Razork odia a los pobres.
really loves poor people, right?
Yeah.
All right. He asks, what made you want to pursue our 3 newcomers in the offseason, and how do they complement the team?
Que buscas en los 3 newcomers, o sea, que es lo que quieres sacar de los 3 que acaban de llegar y cómo completan al equipo.
Organization worth their salt should look to actively, increase the potential that you have coming into a season. I think any organization that doesn't is just lying. I think, it's also like the essence of, always trying to, you need to have players that trust that you will make the right decisions for the team too.
Tienes que tener a jugadores que creen que has tomado la decisión correcta.
Keeping other players for the wrong reasons is going to, in the end, in the long term, really hurt you and hurt your potential. So,
Y pensar en largo plazo y demás.
coming into this off season, we're looking at options. We're looking at options.
Estaban buscando opciones.
In some positions there are
En algunas
upgrades, in some
posiciones.
positions there are not. As I look at the recipe that we have here, it's like the amount of experience that we're bringing to the table. It's like if we look at the best teams that have come out of Europe for the last years, we have some key pieces from those teams, and I'm super excited for that. I think the jungle position is definitely in the open in terms of who can claim
Razork mira.
who is the best Western jungle, and I believe Ivan has the right attitude to claim that position.
Que cree que Razork puede reclamar la posición de ser el mejor jungla de Europa, ¿no? ¿Puede ser lo que ha dicho?
Sure, like an organization has an obligation for the fans, for the investors, for the league, for Europe to do everything that they can to supply a roster that is going to be as competitive as possible.
Y que como organización tiene que buscar el mejor roster
the
posible.
sad part is, people always want to talk about loyalty when it comes to players and loyalty. It's like you look at the name brand players, as long as relationships are mutually beneficial, they are together, and then the moment there isn't anymore, people...
Okay. Very based answer there. Yeah, for sure. Based answer. All right. Next question comes from FNC Yuna from Reddit. This one's for Hilly. How do you feel approaching this season without Whippo playing on your team?
Esta sí es
How do you think
interesante.
it will affect Fnatic's playstyle? So, obviously, backstory. You and Whippo, good friends, been playing together for a while, and now he's gone to NA.
Que eran amigos y demás antes. Halisan y Whippo. Y no sé si seguirán siendo, pero vamos.
I don't know how to say. We're gonna see how it's gonna feel on stage at least, or what's gonna be the playstyle. But
no sé cómo va a ser el estilo. Que es un buen amigo suyo.
Play in the Rift together, but it is what it is. Like
que no van a jugar
decision,
juntos.
I can't keep him up, and I like where I am, and he wasn't satisfied.
Hailey, que cómo vais a jugar.
Here, so he had to make his own decision, and
Cuéntamelo.
I can't stop him, right? So I'm like, let's see how it's gonna be in the Rift without him. But I'm sure that the players that we are having right now is gonna be like really good atmosphere and we're gonna perform well. So I'm looking forward to see how it's gonna be without him. But I think
Que quieres saber cómo va a ser sin él.
We can do on our own.
I can't wait to go 10-0 or 0-10 with Tilly, actually. It's gonna happen.
Tengo muchas ganas de acabar
I mean,
0-10 o
Jungle's
10-0
before
con
running
Jairi,
down
dice
together.
Razork.
Yep.
And then there's
The
just
boys
Upset
going
trying to
in.
win.
Pulpo se fue y le echaron las dos cosas.
Actually,
Alright.
you played with Whip on 3 different roles now that I think about it.
Yeah.
AD,
Es
Fnatic
verdad.
top.
Es verdad,
Way
ha jugado
worse
con
if he was
Wipo en
gonna
3 roles
support, that's why you
diferentes.
kicked him in reality.
No, he said that that the list role that he wants to be at is support. So mid was Niski was the next victim.
Es verdad, quería jugar medio, así que Niski era la siguiente víctima, pero Niski ya ha sido víctima.
It is what it is. Great name.
Delusional
Who do you
Fnatic.
consider your biggest rival? Who do you consider your biggest rival in 2022, and who is the dark horse in?
¿Quién es el Dark Horse? Dark Horse, para aquel que no lo sepa, es el, digamos, el que es muy buen equipo, que de repente va a ser en plan, pero que está muy tapado, ¿vale?
So I think everyone can agree that Vitality will be the biggest rival. Are we all in agreement there?
El Underdog.
Any disagreeers?
Like strength-wise, probably.
I think it will be Exile probably.
You think we'll be excellent?
¿Qué ha dicho? ¿Qué ha dicho?
Like strength-wise, probably.
I think it will be Exile probably.
Excel. Dicen Excel como el Dark Horse
with a straight face.
y
man,
se
come on.
dicen Excel.
Oh, you know.
And dark horse.
No, you
Dark horse. Name a dark
Excel,
Wonder.
probably.
Excel como gran rival.
Excel.
Yeah. We all agree with Excel.
Excel como gran rival y Excel como Dark Horse. Vale. Pues hasta aquí el ama de Fnatic. Un poco paja, pero ahí está. Ahí está. Bastante simpáticos los chavales. A ver qué tal. Que se lleven bien y que se den un abrazo muy fuerte. Y como esto lo vamos a subir a YouTube, dale, suscríbete como Noxidez, que se acaba de suscribir, pero en Twitch. Ahí está. ¿Qué es un ama? Ask me anything. Es un preguntas y respuestas. ¿Vale? Clásico preguntas y respuestas.